In an old basement under a luxurious New York home, among dusty shelves and old wooden boxes, there was a rare bottle of wine dating back to 1787. A bottle from a private collection said to have been owned by Thomas Jefferson himself. This bottle had been the subject of a legend that wine collectors had been circulating for years, as it was said to have never been opened and remained in perfect condition, making it the most valuable bottle of wine in the world. Chapter 1. The Grand Auction at Christie's. The world's richest people and collectors of rare antiques gathered. Among them were Richard Montgomery, a California billionaire, Claudia Delaunay, an Italian heiress, and Jean-Pierre Dubois, a mysterious Frenchman. Bidding started at $100,000, and the numbers quickly rose like crazy. The sound of the gavel echoed in the hall whenever someone exceeded the previous bid. The price went up to $500,000, then $750,000, until it stopped at $1.2 million. The winning bid was offered by a mysterious man in the last seat, whom no one had seen before, wearing a black suit and dark glasses. "Sold!" the auctioneer announced, while the audience fell silent in astonishment. Chapter 2. The secret of the bottle. After the auction, billionaire Richard met with the auctioneer's lawyer to ask him about the buyer. "It's Mr. Michael Black, a businessman from Texas," the lawyer said in a low voice. Richard wasn't convinced, so he started looking into Michael Black's past to discover that there was no record of that name. That night, Claudia sneaked into Michael Black's suite at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel in New York. She found nothing but an open wooden box, and the bottle was gone. Chapter 3. Chase across America. Everyone realized that there was a bigger secret than just a bottle of wine. The search leads Richard and Claudia to New Orleans, where they hear about a man named George Robertson, a historian and wine expert, who claims that there are documents proving that this bottle is not just fine wine. George tells them, "If this bottle is real, it is worth a lot more than $1 million. It is the key to an ancient secret that scientists have been seeking for centuries." But before George can finish speaking, a bullet hits him. He falls to the ground, screaming, "Run! They are coming!" Chapter 4. The final showdown. Richard and Claudia flee to Miami, where they discover that Michael Black is actually an undercover agent working for an organization seeking the bottle. They finally meet him at a private port, as he prepares to leave on a luxury yacht. "This bottle is not just wine," Michael said in a quiet voice. "It contains the secret to possible immortality. If it fell into the wrong hands, the course of the world could change." Before they could take it from him, Michael smashed the bottle on the ground, preferring to destroy it rather than risk it. Everyone stood in silence, watching the red liquid spill onto the ground. That was the end of one of the greatest bottles in wine history, and the end of a mystery that had been kept hidden for centuries by time. The end.